All right, how's it going, you guys? We're finally here. Appreciate anyone who's tuning in right now. Like I said, with this new channel relaunch, I'm probably only about two episodes deep into it. But when I announced that I was doing this, a bunch of my friends, responded, and one of whom responded right away that he wanted to be on it, and I figured like this is perfect because this guy and I go back almost 15, 20 years at this point. But a couple of years ago he had his own wrestling promotion, and he and I had a lot of fun with that. It was just, yeah, man. Some of the most fun things I've gotten to do in recent years was being an announcer on his show and doing. I worked with in various capacities, but I got to kind of tag along, and it was fun for me because I've always been a wrestling fan, but I've never actually been part of the show or anything like that. So I kind of got to do that, and got to meet some cool people along the way, and I wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for this guy. So, and again, he responded to me when I posted about this, and I have no idea what he wants to talk about, but it's always something. So it's always going to be fun getting this guy in. Please welcome Mr. Jeremy Gomez.
Hello, how you
What's
doing?
up, dude?
I'm doing good, man. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Just kind of gotten this thing started again. I mean, and you were on my old show many years ago
I
when we had
was.
done an episode of that, and I want to say over the last year or so, I had just been really busy as far as like music stuff and just life getting in the way, and but I'd kind of gotten to a point where I kind of wanted to reformat the show a little bit anyway, and just to try and do more video based stuff. And I'll still probably post this to a podcast feed or something, but live stream is a lot of fun, and just kind of play, just keep growing the format a little bit, and just keep it focused to whatever it's going to be. So I don't know how this is going to turn out. I don't know if anyone's even going to watch, but I just wanted to do it.
Yeah, live stream is where it's at, man. I've been like, obviously, you can tell I'm kind of set up myself behind me for live stream.
Yeah.
Um, I had my podcast. We had a lot going on at one time, so I had my podcast started, and I did it that way for a little while. And I just kind of, I was thinking of doing the same exact thing you were doing. So when you
Mhm.
popped, I was like, number one, you always help me out with stuff. So cool to help you out with stuff, and it's kind of the direction I wanted to go because I don't know. Yeah, you've known me for a while, man, through like how many industries? Two or three.
A lot, a
So
lot. Well, I
I'm
mean,
always looking
because
for something new.
because back in
Music.
yeah, well, it was music because you played in my buddy Wayne's band many years
Yes,
ago.
that's right.
Um, yeah, because that's how that's how we kind of first crossed paths back then. But we had always just stayed in contact, and I knew that you were into a lot of things. Obviously, the food truck business was huge, and you've really made a name for yourself there. And then it kind of originally you would have a big festival that you were putting on, and
Big.
my band at the time, you were thinking about booking us there, and it didn't end up, it ended up kind of falling through. But then I always knew you were a wrestling fan, and then you were actually starting to put on some matches, and that grew into you having your own company for a little bit. And
Yes. Like
yeah,
5 or 6 years.
5 or 6 years, yeah.
Yeah, man. It didn't seem that long, but when I look back, it was like it was closer to 5, but around there. If you take the COVID time out,
Hmm.
it was weird. We did all that stuff through COVID, so it was a weird time for wrestling until we
Yeah,
finally we closed the company last year. Yeah, last year.
yeah, yeah. I mean, and you know what, I'll say this about um and again, only having kind of observed what it was like behind the scenes and kind of what everything went into it, I just have such a whole new amount of respect for independent wrestling
Yes,
promoters, and
yes,
the level of dedication and time and money and effort it takes to really put on a show like that. It's something that I mean, I always kind of knew, but like I didn't really fully appreciate until I saw what how much work you and Candy put into it. And yeah, and thankfully had some help with some really cool people along the way.
oh, a
I know.
lot of help. We were going through it together. When I started, it was pretty much when you started. We hadn't neither of us had done that before. But
Yeah, yeah. Originally,
experience.
I think originally the first show, I think I was in charge of like like playing the music over the loudspeaker for the wrestlers, and then it just kind of grew into me being like, hey, do you mind if I try commentary? And you're like, yeah, go for it. and we had a lot of fun. I got to meet the guys from the Podheads.
That's right.
Frank
That's right.
the Tank, and and some of those guys. They were really great to work with, and meeting the wrestlers too. Everyone was really cool to work. I mean, Eddie Torres, obviously he had been a staple on the Florida indie scene for many years, and he
Almost
helped.
200
I know
years
he
now.
helped out with the booking as well.
Yeah, yes, he did. He was our head book for like almost a year. He was the
Yeah.
last book before I was the book. I
Mhm.
just I didn't know how to do it yet, so I had to watch everybody do it. I had to watch Rios do it first. I had to watch Eddie do it first, and
Yeah,
then
Rios was a great guy too, and
yeah, he's a character, but he knows his shit.
absolutely,
I
absolutely.
already
I mean, great,
show.
great worker. Great guy.
Oh, dude, he's amazing in the ring.
And the funny thing is, like, when I'd be the announcer, like on commentary, I was playing the babyface role. He'd be the heel. He'd be in character. He'd come in and give me a hard time. And one of the funniest moments was that one of those shows we were doing at that mall in Palm. It wasn't in Palm Harbor, or it was the Gulf View Entertainment Center, I think.
Yeah, and Newport Richie.
Yeah,
Newport
yeah, I knew it was somewhere up in like Pasco County. Um, one of the funniest things I remember was like, me and Frank and the guys, we were on commentary, and Rios, he had just had his match, and he was, doing his promo, and he was like kind of half in character, half not, but he'd be like, yeah, I just want to thank everyone for coming out. We had a really great show. Yeah, Frank, you're great. Jack, you're terrible. Anyway,
Speaking of Eddie Torres, that was the night that Eddie Torres joined our faction. Remember
that's
that?
right. Yeah.
And then it was like NWO at that point. Everybody was in the fucking. Everybody was in the group.
It just got ridiculous. I'm
Everybody
probably the only
was-
person. I'm probably the only guy who was not in your faction.
I mean, it turns out we turned on AEW one day, and Jericho was in the inner circle, and then everybody was in the freaking inner circle. So I don't know.
And that was one of those things that I mean, it was always tough because you'd be trying to come up with concepts, and then some of the bigger companies would come out with the names. Like, well, even the name Generation Championship Wrestling, GCW, there ended up being a really big indie fed called Game Changer Wrestling, was GCW. They had really picked up a bunch of steam. So it's like, man, it's like it's tough. You're always playing catch up to that sort of thing. Well, there was a guy, and I know he was later known as Storm Thomas, but he called himself Tony Storm.
My arch.
Well, that was right before the Tony Storm from WWE, and so it's like,
we're not even allowed to say that.
Yeah.
Can't even talk about that, apparently.
Well,
that's the short story. We shouldn't even say that. That didn't exist.
I don't know what the full story is, but I'm just saying, like, because like I noticed
Storm
this guy,
Thomas
and then
was born into that man, and his name was Storm Thomas.
Right? Yeah. Which, I mean, it's one of those things. These things happen all the time. It's
wrestling is a fun. Wrestling is it is fun, but it's a crazy place, man. It is a crazy place. You know what I mean? We learned a lot. We got our eyes were.
I'll tell you one of the coolest things. One of the coolest things, though, about doing that is seeing a bunch of the talent who have later gone on, since then in recent years to work for, the big companies. I mean, look at, she was Avery Taylor at the time, but JC Jane.
Jane.
Now she's on the main roster.
Roxy. Let me think. Sky Blue, Queen Aminata. Jake Payne on TNA right now. I can't even count how many people are on it. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's the fun part. It's been long enough that it's starting to get there. Like the people you see have grown up and they're on the big shows now. So that's the fun part about it. So I think I left it a cool time. I can kind of sit back and watch it now.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, Jay was great. I always liked working with the Metro Brothers. Those guys were great. They were like your main, like, they were like the main, like, lackeys, I guess, enforcers. I mean, that's kind of the characters they were playing. Like, you were the boss
and scream at people.
Yeah, no, they were great performers, and I know I know like they and Eddie, like they've done enhancement matches at NXT and things like that. So like they've definitely been around it. So that's always cool to see.
Yeah, I mean, I I actually knew them from NXT first, and the first time they came to work for me, I was like, "Hey, you guys, should watch you all on TV. That's cool." So, yeah, they've done an enhancement on both NXT and AEW now, and our people. I'm proud of it, man. Our people are all over the place, and our women division was awesome. So
Of
our women are
course.
everywhere right now, which is amazing.
Yeah,
So
Kylan King, I remember. She was a really nice girl. She worked for NWA, I think, and then AEW for a bit.
I believe she's on TNA right now, isn't she? I'm pretty sure she's
I
on TNA right now,
maybe.
or one of
Yeah,
them. Or she might be in NWA again right now. Like
yeah,
they're
yeah.
Trish
Well, I remember
Adora.
Genocide was working for AEW for it, and I was just telling you last night, Mecha Wolf is in
Yeah,
AAA.
yeah, I like watching
He
him.
was one of your main guys for a while there, so
Yeah,
it's like,
he's
yeah,
scary.
he's killing it.
He's scary in the best way possible, man. He's
Mhm.
it's one of my favorite. It's one of my
Or
favorite people, man. We have
how
many,
about
many cool
for
stories.
Penico? And he's been a staple of AEW since that
I
company
know
started.
him and that guy John that kind of looks like him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
Kind of.
interesting. I never see those guys in the same room at the same time, though. I
One
don't
of
know
them's
what that's
Puerto
about.
Rican, one of them's a snake, so they're completely
Mm,
different people.
there you go.
You know what I mean?
Well, it was one of those two guys who had that great like viral shot of like diving onto Samoa Joe and Joe moving out of the way, and he's just just in the air and be like, what's going on?
It's funny, I even know that Samoa Joe is going to do that, so those guys probably have to do their scouting a little better. And I'm just
Yeah,
an old
right.
busted
Like,
up.
you'd think they'd learn that after a while.
You just got to use your head.
I mean, it's like how Ric Flair used to keep going to the top rope, but it's just that never works.
I see. That's not true. It worked twice. I know you've seen at least one of the times that it was on Raw or SmackDown or something that it worked, and the whole fucking city popped for it.
Yeah,
Amazing.
I think I remember it was like Jerry Lawler was on commentary. He was like, "Oh my god, he actually did the thing."
I believe you're right about that. So it works once in a while, on occasion.
Bro, how about Sami Zayn last night?
I'm not a Sami Zayn fan, but I'm proud of him. He's a good worker, man. He's been like, okay. When I say I'm not a Sami Zayn fan, okay, I'm an El Generico fan. So,
okay, yeah. Yeah, whatever happened to El Generico?
He's great, but El Generico needs the belt now.
That's
if Sammy shows up now with a mask on and like El Generico's now the world champion, I got his back, bro, the whole way.
I mean, I hear those guys know each other, so who knows?
Maybe I hear they know.
If anyone will know the location of El Generico, Sami Zayn might know a thing or two about that.
El Generico, he's in Mexico, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, they got
El
Generico
even from Mexico. I don't remember anymore. Was he from Mexico?
No one's really sure.
Or was it some other weird place? I don't know.
I don't think anyone really knows.
No, it was a great match though. I happen to be a Gunter, what's the name now? A Gunter fan.
Yeah.
But so I was a little bummed out. But yeah, Sammy's been working for like what, 30 or so years, 30 years.
He's been in WWE over a decade.
Yeah, so I forget which side did he win, Monday Night or SmackDown?
He won SmackDown. He won Cody's belt. He beat Cody last
night. Right,
night,
yes, he did. So
I didn't tune in and watch it live, but I heard it and I was like, oh man, good for him. Like that dude's been around forever. He's really entertaining.
See how I would like for them to at least let him hold the belt for a little while now. I wouldn't like to see it be like Thursday and he drops it. It's like, oh man.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully they give him at least a little run with it. Who knows? I mean, but yeah, it feels appropriate. Him winning it in Saudi Arabia. So
yeah, he got that. Definitely, the crowd was behind him. That's for sure. What part of the crowd we could hear?
Right, and I mean, I haven't really even been watching lately. I guess he's a heel now, like technically, but he's been kind of working a heel. But like, I know that's kind of.
I kind of feel like he's been a tweener for a long time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. I really don't watch a lot of the weekly episodes too much, just because
I don't anymore. It's weird. Yeah. I really don't. I don't know why.
Maybe it's just between working and you know how it is, between work and family and all that stuff. It's hard to sit down for 2 to 3 hours of wrestling multiple nights a week.
I catch up. I look at clips here and there, and I kind of know what's going on loosely, and I kind of know what's going on by the time the pay-per-view comes. But
yeah,
I probably don't watch it that much anymore because I had to like live through it for a very long time. And my brain's probably kind of like wrestled out right now.
Well, yeah, well, that too, obviously. Yeah, I think I mean I think it's just one of those things, where it's because of internet culture now, it's a lot easier to see things in segments and to keep up with it that way.
That's true, man. And WWE does pretty much control the airwaves when it comes to that. So there's never a lack of really. If you want to look, you kind of just got to think about it, and all of a sudden, Facebook puts it in front of you. So
Yeah, it helps. And yeah, I mean the tough thing, I used to watch the PLEs a little bit more regularly, at least when they were on Peacock. But now with them being on ESPN, it's so expensive. It's just like, no, I'm not going to spend $30 a month. It's just like it's like they went back to the old pay-per-view model.
yeah, and I just happen to have ESPN. It's a package of one of my other things, so I just got
Mhm.
lucky. I didn't have to pay for it anymore. So it's like, hey, cool.
Right. Well, yeah, if you already have it, that's great. But
If, in fact, I forgot that Night of Champions was even happening, so I tuned in right after the. I think Obafemi had just won or something like that, and that started. That's where I started watching because I didn't even remember it was on. Well, I remembered it was on, but I forgot that it was in Saudi Arabia, so I kind of forgot the time difference.
yeah, yeah, I think that because they'll usually air it earlier in the day.
Oh yeah, it
Just
started at like 11 a.m.
yeah, so they'll just go live right there. And
And I think that means WrestleMania is going to be starting at 11 a.m. because WrestleMania is in Saudi Arabia this coming year now.
yeah, that's wild, isn't it?
Oh, that's going to be a bad move, but whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of weird that Saudi Arabia got it before the UK did.
I
Like
was
they're
just
kind of,
thinking the same thing, man. I was like, man, there's a
and
bunch of UK
they've wanted it
fans.
for a long time.
Oh, bro, and you know what? The sad thing is, I would gladly put it over there because those crowds are always freaking just crazy, man,
Oh yeah,
popping and
no, they're nuts.
singing
They'll
and
get the
chanting.
football chants, and that's a thing over there for sure.
It is. So, well, I guess it's the thing
Although
here
I
now
will
too.
say, being in the crowd when that's going on does get a little annoying after a while.
I bet, I
Yeah.
bet. But don't we do chants now because of all the soccer? Sorry, the football that's going on
Yeah.
right now. Is that now our thing now too?
I mean, I guess. Yeah. I mean, you hear it kind of happening. It's just, I don't know. I mean, because that's the thing, and I don't mean to sound like cantankerous or curmudgeonly or whatever, but
Oh.
it's just like all the chant stuff just gets on my nerves. It's like it's gotten to the point where I don't even like going to see wrestling live anymore because of it. It just drains the joy from me.
Well, I was always a heel, so I love it when they were chanting stupid shit. So
Oh
whatever.
yeah, well, yeah. I mean, well, if you're in the ring and it's
That
happening,
means
it's
they're
great.
annoyed. You know.
Just as a fan, it's like, okay, really, we're still doing the what chant, really, in 2026?
I still find myself doing that when other people say
Like,
what, man.
why is that a thing?
I have no idea. Like my kid, I do it to my kids all the time, and they have no, and they like wrestling, but they have no idea about the what chant. I like do it to them, and I like check my watch.
I love Steve Austin, but I will never forgive him for introducing that to wrestling culture.
Oh man, they do it when other people are talking. It's great.
Uh,
So what are you doing in music now, man?
well,
Oh,
I've been in Sunset Rebellion for the last 2 years, and
Sunset Rebellion. What a rebellious name. I love it.
yeah, that's my band. I joined those guys about 2 years ago, and they were, it was shortly after my old band kind of stopped, and it was, I was at the point where I was like, all right, well, look, I want to work with as many people as often as I can. And I had also even gotten to a point in my day job where I felt like I was kind of hitting my ceiling, career wise. And I was just thinking like, well, I don't really want to go back to school if I can help it. I've
Mhm.
kind of been there, done that. I'm like, but like if there's a way for me to like make money playing music, which I know I can do, and I know that I'm pretty good at it, like I'm just going to focus on that and just trying to work as much as I can and work as often with as many people as possible, sing on other people's records, play bass, do session work, whatever it is. And so I got more cover gigs doing that, which ended up being a lot of fun. That's a fun way to make some extra money. To the and I do a lot of acoustic gigs on my own when that's kind of become my second job, which is great.
Nice.
Like
It's good though.
yeah, and it's great. I wouldn't have had it any other way. And I wasn't sure what I was going to do as far as like original music, but then I respond to the ad, and there were these guys who happened to be like not only in Orlando but like live pretty close to me, in fact. and they liked me enough to have me be the lead singer, and that was that. I will say
Nice.
some it's a different dynamic with this band because like those guys had a whole vision and everything ready to go before I was in the picture.
That's helpful.
So
So that's kind of like how I walked into Consinity.
yeah, yeah, and I think when you have that history already established, and when you have guys who kind of like they're around our age, they've been around the block a little bit, they kind of know what they're doing. Our drummer Rick, for example, he and his brother were in a band they're from Venezuela originally, and he and his brother had a band down there, and they actually even got, I think they actually charted a little bit down there at one point
Nice.
with their band. So they both brothers moved over here many years ago, and his brother's not in the band anymore, so he decided to restructure, and because they were a lot of it was like Spanish language rock songs that they were doing, and two of the other guys who were in the band now were part of it, including our lead guitar player Jamie, he's definitely like the creative end of the band as far as like he's for one thing he's a Iraq war veteran, um, Army 101st Airborne Division. He served in Afghanistan for many years. He's also just a brilliant guitarist, and he studied at Full Sail, and so
Nice.
he does all our recordings at his home studio, and he's just a brilliant producer and writer, and it's great because we have multiple songwriters in the band, and so that I think gives the band a lot more variety, and they liked my voice enough where they wanted to put me on the mic. So that's how that happened.
That's good, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I don't even
Thank
think I
you.
know how to sing anymore.
I don't believe that. You had a great voice back in the day, man. I
Back
always
in the
thought so.
day, it's funny
Yeah.
because like when I smoked cigarettes and shit, I could sing, and I haven't touched a cigarette in years, and I feel like I lost my voice somehow.
Yeah,
So
you know.
maybe it's like the reverse Kurt Cobain thing. I mean, maybe I need some rasp in me again. No, I don't need to ever fucking smoke again. But no, I don't. I really don't think I know how to sing anymore, man. I don't. It's weird.
You'll
Or
have to give
maybe
it
I
a
just
shot again one of these days if you feel it. But
I don't. I haven't. I think Darian was in my wife's belly the last
mhm.
time I did a show. I think the last show I did was like freaking Crossfade or something. Jesus, man, it's been years.
Oh, wow. Did you guys open for Crossfade at one point?
Yeah,
Nice.
we did. Man, we opened. Well, in Considerate, I opened for Crossfade, and then Psycho Sick and some other people like that. It was Falling Awake that we used to open for bands every other freaking week. I felt like I was the
Yeah.
house band.
Falling Awake. That was the band you were in originally, right?
Yeah, for a very,
That was
very long
before I.
time. No, man, I actually, the first time I met you, I was in Falling Awake, and you were in a band with, I can't remember now, but we were at Brass Mug the first time I met you
Maybe.
doing,
Yeah.
doing a show.
Gosh,
Yeah,
I
I don't
I
remember
wish
who
I
it
could say
was
I
now.
remember that. It might have been maybe Lives Page, my first band when I was in college, because that would have been 2005, maybe.
It sounds right. Let me think. Man, I don't remember, and I'll be honest with you, I was a little out of my mind when I was in music. So as I
No.
no, come on, you know. So and that kind of carried on to Mr. Gomez, and then
Well,
that shit's gone now. See, that's the thing. I might be able to sing. I don't know if I could be a front man anymore. I don't like have that ego anymore that I used to have when I was a singer.
you
I've
just
had
gotta tap into the gimmick, man. Just
yeah.
gotta, yeah.
My daughters have worked that gimmick out of me, man. I
No,
am
yeah. How are
I'm
they
a
doing, by the
tired.
way? How old are they
They're
now?
doing. They're great, man. They're 14 and 12, and Darian, my 14-year-old, the one that has autism, is like super high functioning, and she's like a
Oh, God bless
freaking
her.
genius ass artist and
Nice.
can draw anything. And she's almost taller than Candy now.
Wow.
And now my little one is starting to get taller now. So she's almost the same height as my wife too.
Nice.
So yeah, but they're good kids, man. I don't know who raised them because they're exceptionally good children. It's really weird because man, me and my sister and my brother were such bad kids. And my parents were so good. I'm like, I don't think I'm as good as my parents. Like, maybe I am. Who knows? Maybe it rubbed off on me as a parent, but I don't know who the hell raised them because they're so polite and nice.
Nice.
They never argue or cause problems
Good.
or want to waste money. And they've never even mentioned the CAR word to me once, which is, I don't know. It's kind of weird, man. They're both like artists, so,
Yeah.
but luckily not singers and not musicians.
Yeah, keep
Uh,
keep them far away from that.
I'm doing my best. There was a time that my little one wanted to be a wrestler because we had like Queen Aminata and Sky and all them over
Yeah.
here all the time, and they were teaching her how to do little like lockups and stuff like that. And at one point, my daughter was like, "I don't want to be a wrestler anymore." I was like, "Thank you." So I don't want to be in music. I'm like, "Cool. I can put my shotgun away. That'll be lovely."
Right.
So everything's good, man. We've got, I don't know, my life changed in a huge way, and I stopped doing the wrestling, and we closed our other company. So
Yeah, I
my
mean,
phone light,
I know. I mean, I know. You just lost the light there. It's fine.
my phone light turned off. Oh, well.
You know. Well, either way, I mean, I know COVID definitely contributed to a lot of that. I mean, God, that changed everything.
COVID and then 2 hurricanes.
Yeah,
And
that'll do it.
I have a giant outdoor event business. So yeah, that was fun. It was, what the thing was, it COVID, I managed to get through it, and somehow I dragged the wrestling company through it, and people worked and I paid people and all that. But then coming out of COVID, a lot of the locations were gone. A lot of the venues were gone. A lot of our vendors have closed down because they couldn't afford it anymore. And then 2 hurricanes in a row hit, and then it was just more of that. So it was at some point I was just like, need a break.
Yeah.
So I took a break, and now I'm pretty much doing the same thing as my entertainment business, but I work for somebody else, actually somebody I went to high school with. And I do the same exact thing. We set up big events and we do big events, but I don't have to worry about paying for it all anymore.
Well, there you go. There you go. Yeah, talk to me a little bit about that, because you told me that yesterday you had a big event that you were working. Is it with food trucks, or it was with different vendors, or like what?
No,
what's
yesterday I was working for the company I work with. It was actually called Bingo Loco. It was at Motor Enclave, which is a private racetrack in Tampa.
Mm-hmm.
That's sponsored by Hard Rock now, I think. Let me make sure I get all the call signs in. Yeah, that's it. They were doing a thing called Bingo Loco, and I had sent the equipment to it before, but I'd never done the setup myself for it. So last night I actually got to set it up, and it was wild, man. It was like it was like 1,400 people, a DJ and like an MC, and it was literally bingo, but like it was like bingo on crack, man. There was music. Like, for instance, when I walked in to break the stuff down at night, there's 1,400 people singing "My Heart Will Go On" by Celine Dion, and it's just like. But then inside it looked like a bachelor party, or like a bachelorette party. It was just, I look it up one day. Bingo Loco. I didn't know what it. I didn't really know what it was. It looked like a lot of fun for the people that were there. It was slammed. And they were giving away cool gifts and singing and twerking on stage, and
sounds like just pandemonium. It's insanity.
You know what? That's a good way to describe it right there. Like, if I could describe the color and the theme of it all, that's a good way to describe it right there. It's bright and loud and fun.
It's chaos.
It was.
Yeah, bingo. So it sounds like a rave meets like people are like playing like bingo. Is it like high stakes bingo? Is it like there's like a cash prize involved? Or?
Yeah, like trips to Vegas, TVs, money. That was a lot of cool stuff. I mean, they put a lot of effort into it, man. It looked nice. Everybody, the drinks were good. It was at Motor Enclave, which is just a beautiful venue. So it was fun. We do a lot of cool events, man. We do a lot of cool events all over the place now.
Yeah, you gotta let me know. I mean, I'm over in Orlando, so I don't make it out west as much as I used to. But yeah, I'll have to check it out. And next time I'm in town,
I'll let you know what's going on, man. That's one thing. I know what all the events are happening now. Not just mine, but everybody else's now too. So yeah, we do it. Thankfully, it's summertime and we've slowed down a little bit because it's hot. But in the wintertime, man, we're cranking out events, multiple events a day. So it's been fun. But again, I don't have to pay for any of it, so it's been a lot of fun. Actually, I'm very relaxed for the first time in a very long time, man. Since probably before I started music.
Good for you, man. I'm happy for you, and I definitely remember what it was like when you were in between gigs, and I know there were some touch and go moments there for a little bit, but I'm really happy to see that you landed on your feet. You guys always do.
Took a bit. It is,
Yeah,
but I got a good family. I got a good wife. She's always got my back, and you know, so everything's been working out. So
exactly.
I'm
So am I
kind
seeing
of
this right in your description there? Gomez Hence the World podcast. Is that what's going on? What's the story there?
well. So I think there's only one episode up right now, maybe two. No, there's like two episodes up right now, but I think we have like 3 and 4 recorded that I just haven't put up because I wanted to reformat everything.
Mhm.
I watch a lot of YouTube. I have an ASMR channel that's got like 40,000 subscribers that I don't do enough with, but then I think I watch YouTube more than anything else. If I'm not watching like Y Files, it's Beard Meets Food or something like
Of
that.
course, yeah.
Or you know, so I was thinking of doing the podcast again. And Gomez Hence the World is just a, you know me, if it's something to do with me, everybody thinks I have this massive ego. So I like to play on it all the fucking time. So Gomez Hence the World, but it's actually a South Park joke. You've watched South Park, correct?
Oh yeah.
Remember the episode where I forget what who's getting married in Canada, like the prince and the
Yes.
something, and they keep saying this is a great time for Canada, hence the
Yes.
world. And it's just so
Yeah.
funny and self-serving to me that I kind of named the
Right.
podcast that way.
It was a great day for Canada and therefore the entire world.
Thank you. Exactly. So it's on
That's
par with
awesome.
the stupidity that I push as real.
Love it.
So the Mr. Gomez character never really goes away, just morphs into other stupid things. So
Well, that's the thing. I mean, that's what all the greatest characters in wrestling are. It's aspects of your personality just dialed up to 11 and just exaggerated for whatever.
and Mr. Gomez is usually just the shit that real people don't get away with in real life.
Not only that, like I remember, like you even like took a few bumps when you were in it. Like you were all in.
Oh, the last no, not even the last match. I broke my shin. Not the last event, but the one before that. Broke my shin in the doing a ring out, and I got a nice scar all the way down my shin because I'm a
Damn.
badass, and I put a couple butterflies.
Did you ever work like a full match or anything like that?
I didn't, and that's probably a good thing because I'm not a wrestler.
Right.
But as you can tell from me breaking my shin taking, but to be fair, wasn't really my fault. Somebody went out under the ropes. I went out over the top ropes. Mm-hmm. They didn't get far enough. My hand missed the mat and it went kind of split my shin. But that's okay because nobody noticed. I walked to the back like a boss. There was blood dripping down my leg. And the guy said, "Do you need any help?" I said, "Hell no, man. Get out there." So, yeah, got to look cool in front of everybody.
Yeah, don't sell it. Don't sell it.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. I have like 50 episodes of me digging like this giant pool in my backyard by hand with a shovel. And the first, I'd say 15 to 20 episodes of that, my leg, you can see is just wrapped up and like you can see it bleeding sometimes because for some reason I just wanted to go dig a hole and it was right after that happened. So it's kind of funny to watch me doing things with a hurt leg because sometimes a lot of times I have it in fast motion because you don't want to sit there and watch me digging for 2 hours. But every once in a while you'll see me like hit the shovel and fall, sit there and cuss in fast motion.
Yeah.
And nobody else knows what it is, but I do, so it's kind of funny. But yeah, man, I didn't work any full matches, but I took a lot of bumps. And Matt Seidel knocked my head off once. That was my first bump I ever took.
I remember that.
You remember that when he threatened to throttle me backstage? It's okay. We're not cool now, but it's okay. I think it's a funny joke.
I mean, I didn't see the backstage encounter. Was that a shoot?
Well, yeah. Well, what happened was that he didn't really watch the show before. Mm-hmm. He didn't realize that, I'm the evil owner, right? Mm-hmm. But at the same time, I also had Rios behind me. And these people are all at the show. Rios behind me. Kylene King was in the group. Eddie Torres was in the group. The Metro brothers were in the group. Am I missing anybody? I could be missing some people. But the point is, my character, and he didn't get it at the time, and he should have because he'd been in the business a little while. My character was the whole Vince character when he had that wall of people in front of him, and he thought he was invincible. So Matt was kind of like a baby face at the time because he was working Rios in the ring, and he came over the rope and kind of did a jump at me at the rope, and I did this. Because I was in Mr. Gomez's character, and one little guy
was he pissed because you weren't selling it, or
he was even screaming in the match, "Sell for me." I'm like, this is my wrestling company, man. This is my faction and shit like that. Mr. Gomez wasn't scared of anybody. Now,
Right.
as I explained to him later, me explaining to him something, I felt so dumb. But I'm like, brother, had you picked off a couple of my guys first,
Mm-hmm.
then I would have sold the fucking fact that, oh my God, my shield is crumbling and
Mm-hmm.
it's time to start getting a little scared of Matt.
Yeah.
But as it stood, Mr. Gomez doesn't bend when he knows if you touch me, because that's where the inner circle was at that time. We had all the champs. We were just like breaking everybody, and then we just added Eddie Torius as like a wrecking ball. So yeah,
That to me would be the most nerve-wracking thing about being in that business, is like being careful about cutting a promo and just like, ooh, I don't know if I want to go too real, because I'm not really like trying to hurt the guy's feelings, but it's just, it's the character doing stuff like that. Like I remember there was this one tag team that was like doing that a bunch on like social media stuff, just in character, and I was like, what are you guys doing? Like this is a little bit much.
it got bad at the end, because me, I sell my character. I'm an actor first before I was even a singer. So the same thing when I was on stage, I sold that I'm a freaking lead singer, not me with feelings and emotions. I'm a lead singer with those feelings and emotions. But like it took me a long time to realize that I had to start separating the wrestling character from the social media character, because like I would meet people in my other business and they would think that I was that guy. Kind of like I'm sure people thought that, well, maybe he was in the long run. People thought that Mr. McMahon was always Mr. McMahon off the show, which maybe he was, now that we know a little more. But I couldn't. My other business was starting to get affected by my Mr. Gomez character.
Yeah.
So I had to tone it back a lot. But by the end of it all, people started realizing, no, he's
yeah. I mean, I think wrestling still has a weird relationship with kayfabe.
It does,
and
it's there, but it's not.
Yeah, I mean, and honestly, I'm not one of those guys who thinks, oh man, I wish things were back in the day where everything was real. I'm like, I don't need that to be the case. Like for me, if I go see a movie, like I don't need to see Robert Downey Jr., in an actual Iron Man outfit. Like I know that there's a difference between the actor and the character, and it's like once the show's over, it's like you don't have to be in character all the time. You could just be real.
Right. That's right.
And that was one of the things that kind of annoyed me about some of these social media feuds, and not just in our company, but it was everywhere on the business, and it still kind of goes on.
It does.
Guys getting Twitter spats to try and sell a match. I just think it's kind of cheesy.
Honestly, I don't know if you ever got to meet August Artois. Did you ever meet August? August
I don't think
so. He is one of my favorite workers coming up right now. He's everywhere. He's in England. He's in Vietnam. He's in Thailand. He's all over the place. Really good worker. One of the brashest, almost like Heartbreak Kid brash when he's in the ring and selling and shit like that. But of all people, he's the one that taught me to calm down a little. And it just kind of takes the right person teaching you things, in that business. And sometimes when you're coming up in the business, you don't always get the right person teaching you, or anybody teaching you at all. So it's hard to traverse, man. It's
and I also I remember there was like a big trend for a while. It kind of started in like the early 2000s, where it's like you'd have the work shoot, style stuff. I was never really a fan of that. I'm like, it just, like I'd have a lot more respect if you just be like, okay, yeah, the show's over. We're not that guy anymore. But like in the show, let's buy it. Let's not be cute and wink at the camera and all that stuff like that. That annoyed me.
I was kind of getting big on that towards the end too. Like, guys, when the camera's on, do your thing. When the camera's off, don't do your thing. But when the camera's on, I don't want you guys sit together. I don't want you guys talking to each other and acting friendly and shit. I don't want you guys backstage during a show on Facebook together and shit like that. But when you're not, that's cool.
After the show, and it's behind the scenes, and it's fine. Like people
behind the scenes. I just think that when you're working, when you're on the clock, even if people know that it's faved up, man, when you're on the clock, people are paying for a show.
Yeah.
So when you're on the clock,
that's fair.
like when we're in music, man, when we're on the clock, we're musicians. We're not drunks. Get it? You know what I'm saying? People deserve the best. They spend their hard-earned money for tickets. do the fucking work first and then play. You know what I mean?
I think it gets a little difficult in in wrestling because so much of it has to do with crowd participation,
It
and
is.
sometimes and I think it's good for the crowd to be like, okay, like you got I always cringe when I see fans try to hijack the show and stuff like that, because it's like I feel like as a crowd you kind of have a responsibility of it. Well, it's like cheer the heels and cheer the baby faces, boo the heels, and like if you want to be part of the show, then get into it that way. That's how you make the show better. When it's like the fans trying to hijack the show, that just I don't find that entertaining.
I think the psychology of it all is breaking down, man. Honestly, it's kind of going with society, man. It's kind of just breaking down. You know,
Yeah,
times have changed, man. We're kind of old, if you hadn't noticed. Things
yeah,
hurt when we wake up in the morning. That
yeah.
kind
I
of shit.
know.
We've got children. Can you believe that shit, man?
I know. I get 1 year older every year. I don't like it. I'm not a fan.
Could be worse. We could be young again, doing stupid shit all the time.
It could be worse. We could be dead.
We
So
could be dead, brother. We could be dead. We might be halfway there now, but that's okay. It's been a good run.
absolutely.
Oh man, yeah. So,
Yeah, I
oh,
definitely. There's so many really cool people I got to meet when I was there. I remember Chris Rex, who I didn't get to work with face to face, but I got to connect with him, and
I love
he was on
Chris,
my show, I was on his, and he was a great guy
and his
too.
flyer work is fucking incredible. By the way,
So
my
what?
favorite. His flyer work is incredible, man. Chris did all my flyers, like for
Hmm.
well, not all my flyers, but like 90% of the flyers for the fucking show. So
Yeah,
like, it they're always. He helped us be more than we were at the time because he would do stuff for us and it just made us look better. And that was, yeah, love that dude.
yeah, great guy, and obviously Rex Backus, rest in peace. He was a sweetheart of a guy. I was proud to. I was glad to, to get the privilege to know him for a little bit.
That boy crazy. That
Yeah.
boy crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Glare.
A little bit
Glare.
of a.
Glare.
Yeah.
Rex would be like, fuck you, man. Glare. Hey, there he is. That guy was a
Yeah.
sweetheart.
Oh yeah, great dude.
That guy was a sweetheart.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's a good part. I got to meet Rex through wrestling, so I'm very happy. I got to meet Jake Painter in wrestling. I got to meet August Artois in wrestling. Those are some people that I was very good friends with. I'm very. I still talk to August. I talk to Jake. There's a couple of the other guys I still talk to. So
Nice.
yeah,
Very cool.
Jake's doing
Congrats.
good. Shout out to Jake Painter, by the way, on TNA.
Yeah. So, but by the way, and we touched on this earlier, but with the ASMR channel, it got like 40,000 subscribers or something like that. That's amazing.
It's like I think it's around 38,000 now. But then again, I hadn't posted anything in like a year. I was slacking. Well, not so much slacking, but I got a different job, and I'm still it's only been since November, so I'm still like acclimating to my didn't work 5 days a week. Now I am working 5 days a week, and then ASMR is weird because you got to do it at the right time. Like I kind of like doing my ASMR videos during rainy season, so I'm kind of waiting for it to start again so I can kick that back in this year. But then it keeps kind of not starting this year. And then I really don't want to be going out doing it when it's 100 degrees out because our GoPros will be shutting off every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So
So a lot of it
yeah,
is, I mean, for those that don't know what ASMR is, a lot of it is recording like ambient noise or like the sound of
ambient
raindrops falling.
noise, virtual hikes in the rain so that you can hear the raindrops falling, fireplaces burning, things like that. Things that relax people.
People put that on all the time, either to fall asleep to or to have in the background, whatever it is.
We have got some great sleep aids. That channel, by the way, is called 4K and Chill Network. We've got some great sleep aids, man. Some great rain videos, some great hikes, some great. Oh, every time we've got a stream in the mountains or something, we like to film those. So we've got stuff from here. We have some stuff from Georgia that we've done. Got a lot. We've got a lot of different stuff. There was a point that we had all our wrestling stuff on the channel too, and we still have a couple wrestling documentaries on the channel. We have a couple episodes of Candy and Jeremy on the couch, which is me and Candy on the couch watching horror movies. What do we got? Last Man on Earth is on there
Nice.
with Vincent Price. We've got Oh goodness, what other movies am I? Oh, Night of the Living Dead was the first one we did. That's on
Like a
there.
watch along type of thing, or
Yeah, yeah,
nice.
kind of like the old Dr. Paul Bearer gimmick. Obviously, I wasn't dressed up like Dr. Paul Bearer, but just almost like a cross between Dr. Paul Bearer, maybe a Mystery Science Theater.
Nice.
So kind of like that. Um,
That's fun.
yeah, there was a lot going on for a little bit. So I'm probably put my couple episodes of my podcast are on there too. So yeah, got a couple podcasts there. We've got one with us
Did
going
you
through
put a
like
lot of promotion into the ASMR channel? Do you think? Because I mean, yeah, that's a pretty big high subscriber number. Is it just one of those things that just naturally took off?
no, I didn't. The thing was that we were doing it so often for a while that it kind of took off that way. Like we were doing it
Oh, nice.
often. Like we were going out like every weekend. I think a lot of the stuff in the Blue Ridge Mountains put us over because we have a lot
Mm,
of cool videos in the Blue Ridge. We stayed at an
nice.
awesome Airbnb up there, and then I'm pretty sure it was that. But we the Florida Rapids. We did an episode of the Florida Rapids and like the walkthroughs around there and stuff that a lot of people watched. And oddly enough, one of our bigger episodes that got a lot of pulls, I did one where I just walked through Gulfview Mall, and it was
Oh, okay.
basically showing people the state of malls nowadays. And it wasn't that the malls bad or crumbling or anything like that. It's just that they're empty. So it was basically a walkthrough of all the
I
open
know.
stores.
I know. Yeah, it's kind of
Very
sad to
sad.
see.
So,
Oh,
but
shout out to my buddy Billy Floyd, who's yeah, I go on his show all the time, The Kitchen Killers. We do that every now and then. You might have seen that if you've seen that on my Facebook feed. I'll share that a bunch. But yeah, Billy has a great
no,
show.
but I'll look for it now.
Yeah, for absolutely. Yeah.
We're all frozen. I can't see you on the screen anymore. Of course.
Oh,
Oh, here we
how
go.
about now? Yeah, I'm back.
We're both back. Thanks, StreamYard. You guys are
That's
awesome. I like
yeah,
StreamYard.
you know.
I have it on my phone. They're good to us. But
Excellent.
I think there's even a couple I did a couple ghost hunting episodes with some friends. I think even those are on the channel. So check it out, man. It's 4K and Chill Network. You'll like it. It's a bunch of crazy stuff.
I will, absolutely. So, so when can we see some more like Gomez Hence the World podcasts? Is that something that you're planning on doing more of, or?
I think soon. I'm getting it back in my. I'm getting back. I don't know if I'm going to do that or maybe just a straight. You know me, man. I'm very opinionated and I'm very movie opinionated and very music opinionated. And that seems to be what's going on YouTube nowadays.
Yeah,
I watch a lot of Neurotic and Despero and shit like that. And like I think
oh,
everybody does now.
love those guys. Yeah,
Yeah, which means they probably need me on their show.
of course.
He's like,
Yeah.
who the fuck are you? I am a nobody. Mold me. Anyways, look at the background. I'm like, you guys, I got cool shit in the background. It's like a Batman statue and shit. Anyways,
Love it.
so, but I mean, like, that's what I like doing, man. But I'll, you're a front man too. We like entertaining people.
Of course.
So there's always that in the back of my head. So if the podcast doesn't come back first, then I might just start that, but it'll still be called Gomez Hence the World, just because I think that's hysterical and it pisses people off that don't get the joke. And so we'll see. If I have the podcast on, I'll make sure to have you on. We did one time where me and Aaron Nova and Justin Abreu tried to eat, I think it was like 400 chicken nuggets or something like that.
Wow.
While we were doing the podcast. Oh my goodness. We also had Feed Our Minds, which was like 3 or 4 episodes. My wife Candy's a really good cook. So we would talk about things while she would make 4-course meals. Mm-hmm. And so we have a couple episodes of that on. That was really good too. Beautiful food. The food outshines us. So it's just I'm trying to find a place where all that comes together.
Nice.
So it'll happen.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's. I mean, I saw that on your on your tagline there, and I figured I'm like, all right, well, yeah, chances are, like me, you're always trying to dip your feet in and just trying to see what it's like, and just sometimes it's just a good creative outlet.
That's what it is for me, man. If I tell Candy before, man, if you make one person smile or you make one person happy, then cool. Yeah, it's one more person, and you've done something good. So I kind of like to do that. Usually it's self-deprecating humor, but whatever. I do like complaining about bad movies.
Yeah, I remember years ago when I was getting into podcasting, my wife was like, "It's like, do you think people are going to listen to that?" I'm like, "Well, I don't know, but I just want to do it."
It's venting. Sometimes you got to get it out, man. You know,
I just want to make a thing every once in a while.
there's a lot of shows I'd like to complain about lately. There's a lot of movies I'd like to complain about lately. So,
Oh,
you
any
know,
in particular you want to get into?
I'll tell you what. As I just watched another episode today because I'm trying to enjoy it. Where is my book? It might be right. The book of the show might be right next to me. No, it's way over there. Okay. Anyways, so I'm watching the Vampire Lestat TV show.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Not
the
feeling it.
Vampire Lestat is my favorite book.
Anne Rice,
Ever.
yeah.
Period. Ever. That is no, that's not true. Yeah, it's okay. It's my favorite book. Memnoch the Devil that comes after the Vampire Lestat is probably up there with that. But
Mm-hmm.
anyways, so the Vampire Lestat is probably my favorite book that I've ever read, and the show is doing its new take on the material, like all the material, as they did Interview with a Vampire. Now, and it's good, but it's so different and so hard to watch when you're like such a fan of the source material.
Yeah, yeah.
And I just really kind of want to complain about it. It's I hate to drop the W word, but it's very woke in parts that it doesn't need to be woke because the book is already woke enough the way the fucking Rice wrote it. But you know, they're doing a different take on it. I think it's I'd really like to bitch about it more because I think it's doing an injustice to people that haven't read the book. And
it is kind of a shame now that and we find ourselves noticing this stuff more and more where it's like you see sort of that underlying, you know, messaging in this stuff where it's like you always kind of knew it was there, but like nowadays we're so conditioned to spot it because it's so in your face with it that like even just a little bit of it we're immediately like, oh fuck this, like and it wasn't always that way.
Yeah, it's just, you know, but when you're watching things like, you know, Star Wars die and you're watching Star Trek get buried and all the things you grew to love, it's I'm not even going to get into Starfleet Academy, but Starfleet Academy.
I didn't see it, I didn't see it, but I heard all about it, and it sounded awful.
In its defense, we watched every show of the first season, but I swear to God, me and the wife watched it just to see how horrible it can be. Or are they really making it this? And I'll watch all the episodes. They already have a second season coming out because they greenlit it before the first season even started. So it's so bad. It's so like bad.
I had heard some of the podcasts about people reacting to it. Like, man, this sounds like a really tough sit.
I watch it it's comedically bad. That's how bad it is. So I watched it just to see how comedically bad it could get. But it's like, you know, that mix of like Mandalorian, mix of freaking God, thank God I finally forgot the name of the last show that came out. The girl at the end. What was the last Jedi show that came out?
Was it The Acolyte?
Thank you.
Yeah, that was hot garbage.
But at least the Acolyte had lightsabers, not like Mandalorian. Anyways, so it's just everything is just getting. Yeah, man, we're getting inundated, and they're starting to destroy stuff. But you know, it happens.
Don't get me started on DC and Marvel, man.
No. Oddly, and I'm weird for saying this, and most people disagree, but oddly, The Batman was one of my favorite DC movies that come out in a long time.
Really?
Just because it's very old school Batman and gritty as fuck, and I kind of like how it kind of takes place in between our Batmans from our childhood and then the Gotham TV show. It's kind of in that period. So
yeah, he's playing a young Batman. Like he's only in about like year 2 of the job. Like he's
very rough, very quick to get pissed off, very freaking not as calculated yet, not as calm, cool.
He's a little more green this time, but yeah, he's still figuring it out. I thought Pattinson
did a good job. I compared to what we thought he was going to do, yeah. You know what I mean? He's no Val Kilmer. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that was underrated, I thought. But
the nipples.
Well, that's not his fault. Rest in peace.
Yeah. I love it, man.
I mean, I thought it was a decent movie. It's not something I find myself going back and rewatching very much.
It's weird because I've seen it probably like 10 or 12 times, man. I just keep rewatching it for some reason.
I mean, I
don't know why. It's so noir. I don't know why.
I did think it kind of fell apart in the third act a little bit with the Riddler's plan there. The
Riddler I thought was horrible, but
yeah,
I don't know. They're Yeah, I just like the
Paul
grittiness.
Dano singing. It's like, what was that? What was that even?
I do think I'm going to appreciate the Joker in the Batman as opposed to Joaquin Phoenix's Joker, obviously,
Yeah.
which I'm probably not ever going to talk about again, or the foil fucking douche.
I didn't see the second movie. I enjoyed the first movie, but like I just heard it was bad. I'm like I have no interest in
I
that.
I can't I can't ever watch that one again, man. It was hard. I just can't do it. I
Yeah,
even watched the Joker like 2 or 3 times, just to make sure I didn't miss anything, which I kind of appreciated more the second and third time I watched it. But I can't watch that other one another time, man. It's just getting. I think my
I mean,
favorite DC thing lately has been Peacemaker. Oddly,
really.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just a Cena mark. I like Cena doing stupid shit.
Yeah, I hear
Or
you.
maybe I like Eagly. I think I like Eagly more than Peacemaker.
That's his pet in Peacemaker, right? The eagle,
Yes.
the bald eagle. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I think I'm an Eagly fan, not so much a Peacemaker fan. I think
You're,
Eagly
you're,
is the coolest fucking character on the show.
you're a mark for Eagly.
Yeah, man. He just kind of eats and kicks people's asses and then fucking yells at people. And he's a bald eagle, so like,
And that is pretty awesome.
You know,
That does sound
he doesn't
pretty
have to
good.
ruin any lines because they didn't give him any lines. So
Right. Yeah. It's he's a natural. It's the role he was born to play.
the eagle was the AI eagle was born to play the
Yes.
AI eagle. So good. But yeah, they're all kind of. I think all our movies are starting to fail us now. So let's see what happens. I'm glad the Backrooms finally got a movie, even though I haven't got to see it yet. But I've watched all the Backrooms on YouTube, so I'm glad they made a lot of money. So maybe Hollywood will start using some younger directors and kind of start phasing out the old
Maybe.
people that have kind of just lost the touch.
Maybe. Yeah. It's just And it's a shame because I never wanted to be that guy who complains saying, "Oh, it used to be better in my day." But in this case, like, yeah, it's true. Movies used to be a lot better.
Disney didn't own everything. Now Disney owns everything, so it's the same movie over and over and over, repackaged with different characters.
That doesn't help.
No, and now even Disney now, since it owns everything, isn't even really Disney anymore. So
Yeah.
you used to be able to be like, "Oh, it's a Disney movie." Now everything's a Disney movie, so it's like, "Oh, what kind of Disney movie is it? Is it a fun one?" No. Okay.
Yeah.
We're the old crotchety men. Oh well.
I guess so.
It was a good run.
When it comes to the DC stuff, I'm such a huge fan of that. Where I've just decided to try and write my own stories about like what I would do if I was building a DC universe. So I've been kind of getting into like fan fiction writing lately.
Oh really? Just use characters that people like. Try that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
I'll have to send you some of the stuff I've been working on lately. You might
please, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I don't like Hollywood trying to fix everything now, man. Just instead of fixing old stuff, just make new characters.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's just always trying to fix.
Or at least if you're gonna like use existing characters, try and stay true to what they are. Or
staying canon would be great.
Yeah, but like you have all this source material to use and to adapt. Doesn't even have to be 1-to-1, but at least get it to the essence of what that character is.
Yeah,
it's not that hard to do.
And don't kill Han Solo.
Yeah,
don't kill Han Solo, please. I mean,
yeah,
I'm surprised they didn't kill Picard in the last freaking Picard episode or something stupid like that. Or
that whole thing is just. And I'll say this: like when the Star Wars sequels came out, I was probably more forgiving than most. My attitude was like, all right, well, let's see what they do. Like, okay, I'll reserve judgment until the third one came out. I was trying to stay positive, but even I was looking back after a while, I'm like, oh yeah, this isn't good. Like this does not hold up very well.
Not at all, man. Not at all, man. And then they killed Han Solo.
Right.
That's all you gotta say.
That's how they started with it.
Just stab Chewbacca next. Why not just freaking let Jar Jar stab Chewbacca?
You're going to lead with killing Han Solo, which is probably what Harrison Ford wanted. To be honest, he was probably like, "All right, I'll do this again, but you got to kill me in it."
God, man, I'm waiting for Indiana Jones to get killed off too after the last couple debacles.
Right.
I remember when Crystal Skull came out, and I was like, "Man, aliens and Indiana Jones." Crystal Skull isn't even as bad as the new ones. Think about that. It's like, ugh.
Perhaps I've judged you too harshly.
Oh my God, man!
I'll never understand actors like that who have like such disdain for the roles that made them famous. I don't get that.
It's kind of like, it's kind of like Jim Morrison, man. Like I love it, but I gotta hate it at the same time, and I hate being the role I'm in. You know what I mean? Obviously, he was an actor. Well, I mean, he's kind of playing, but it's. I guess once you get famous for something, then you kind of got to run from it. Maybe you don't want to
Yes.
feel typecast as just that person.
I guess. Yeah. Who knows? Maybe Morrison would have felt that way at some point. I don't know.
Kind of hated being. He hated being a star.
Yeah. Well,
it's
so
different.
did
He's a singer, not an actor. I guess I don't know. Maybe Harrison Ford hates being Indiana Jones or hates being Han Solo just because.
Or maybe he just thinks he's above it. I don't know, but I don't know.
Maybe if they distance themselves, they don't. Maybe I don't know. Maybe they feel like they're typecast in that role or something. Right. Even though it's Harrison Ford, and clearly he wasn't because he's in fucking everything. But
yeah, he did okay for himself after Star Wars.
A little bit. He
did all right.
I've seen Blade Runner a couple times. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Couple different copies of it. Yeah. So anyway.
Yeah, he's done okay, but yeah, man, this is cool. I'm glad we got the chance to do this and catch up and just shoot the breeze. And that's, I think going forward, I think anytime there's like a buddy of mine or anyone, like yourself or anyone else I know who's really interested in this, I'm interested in extending this invitation out to anyone who just wants to come out and hang out with me for a little bit.
Talking is fun. You can learn a lot from just talking, man.
Yeah, it's like I'm lonely. I need friends to talk to.
Me too. And we don't have to leave the house. Look, I can do this like in my room, wherever you want. Right. I can take a laptop with me.
Right? You don't have to be on the phone. Like who has time for that?
This is all blue screen. I've been on the toilet the whole time.
Right. Well, hey.
Probably could do that. I have to paint the bathroom. That's funny. Don't get me started.
You got to pay extra for that kind of content.
Man, I'm going to do a podcast from the toilet.
Oh,
I could call it From the Toilet. Toilet humor or something like that.
Hey,
damn it, that's good. Candy, get some paint.
Oh, geez. Well, there's an audience out there for everything, as the internet has taught us.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe I shouldn't do that. There's the wrong kind of audience that probably pick up on that.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Oh, well.
All right, dude. Anything else you want to get into? I mean, we could do this as long as you want.
As long as I want. Actually, no, I have to go to bed. I have to freaking get up at like 4:25 in the damn morning.
Oh, damn.
Sucks. But right. I'll also probably get off at like 1. So.
All right. But I'll let you go. I love you.
Yeah, we should have done this on. We were going to do it on Saturday. Obviously, it's my fault because I picked up a gig, and it was loco. But next time we do this, we'll do it on a day that I have more time. So
yeah, sounds good, man. No, I think we talked about a lot. I think this was a lot of fun. And yeah, man, thanks for doing it.
Definitely, brother. If you need anything, you know where I'm at. And when this is done, shoot me all this stuff so I can share it all around and stuff, so people can still see it after the fact, right?
Yeah, no, this will be on my YouTube channel, and it should be there. Yeah, you can see it after the fact, and that shouldn't be an issue. So,
well, if there's anything I could do, please let me know. I'm glad that you had me on the show. I wanted to help you out. Like I said, you've helped me out before, so anytime I could come fill in or something, please. And I will let you know when I get the podcast on, because if I start doing the podcast again, obviously I'm going to have you on the podcast.
I appreciate it, brother. Yeah, man.
I'm wrapping my head around like what to do. Obviously, I've got like all my mics and shit out. And I'm like getting closer to starting again. So
well, it's kind of like what I'm doing. We're just kind of figuring it out as we go.
Yes, I'm just older and everything takes longer now because I'm slow.
Yeah, you and me both, pal. I'm catching up to you.
Oh, don't say that, man. Don't say that. Be young, have fun, drink Pepsi or whatever that was back then.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, dude.
Were you drinking Pepsi?
I am, yeah.
Awesome. Be young, have fun, drink Pepsi. I'm dating the hell out of myself.
Cool, man. Yeah, well, tell Candy and the girls hi for me. And yeah, man. I love you. Thanks for coming, brother.
I love you too, brother. Anytime. I'll see you later.
All right, brother. Later.
Later.
And